Well, the heat is upon us once more, dearest friends and family, and so today I'm sharing with you one refreshing drink. We are combining two of summer's favorites, peaches and iced tea. And to take these flavors up a notch, I'm going to be adding a little piece of ginger. Very refreshing. So to start, I'm going to be cutting up my ginger. This is about 30 grams of ginger, approximately 2 thumb sizes. And once I'm done cutting this, I'm just going to go ahead and put them in the blender. I'm going to cut up 3 of my peaches, add it to the ginger in the blender, blend it up, and with that I'm going to create a sauce which is going to go into the tea to make my peach ginger flavored iced tea. Oh, so good. This peach could have used an extra day to get a little bit more ripened. It is still ripe, but in making your sweet tea or your iced tea, you want your fruit to be a little bit on the ripe side, or more on the ripe side I should say, because after all you want it to be sweet. And if you have sweeter fruit, you have the possibility or the chance to just use very little sweetness or none at all to make your tea as sweet as possible. So of course you want to remove the pit from your peach. Cut it up into little pieces like I'm doing, and then transfer them into your blender. This one is perfectly ripened. Just look at how soft and all the juices coming out as I split it open. Perfect. This is how you want it to be. I have my 3 peaches cut up, and I'm going to add them onto the ginger in the blender. Now I'm adding a 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of water, covering my blender, and I'm going to blend this. I use the smoothie setting on my blender, which makes whatever you blend extremely smooth. And now I'm going to pour this into my saucepan. Rinse out my blender with just a little bit of water because you want to have everything in here. Okay, this has to be so good. So I'm going to bring this to a boil, and this is going to boil for about 5 to 7 minutes until you get it to be a little bit of a thickened sauce. When this starts cooking, the aromas that come from the peach and the ginger is like a match made in heaven. They are just a perfect pair, and your house is going to smell so good. This is going to be perfect for after when you've made some jollof or anything like that. It's just going to neutralize the odors and make your house smell so delicious, like you could eat it, if you could really eat a house. I'm going to let my peach sauce simmer down for about 2 more minutes, and whilst that is doing, I'm going to make my tea. So I have 2 large tea bags. These are iced tea bags, and 2 of them is like 4 of your regular tea bags. These are specially made for iced tea, and I am going to just let this steep. So I'm pouring my hot water on this, and then I'll let it settle down, get all the rich colors of my tea, all the nutrients that your tea will bring, and then we'll proceed. So our sauce is just like I would want it now. It has thickened up a little bit, very fragrant at this point, and I am going to strain it. My sauce is not all the way cooled down, which is still okay. You can strain it right away, or let it settle for a little bit and strain it, or let it go all the way until it's cold before you strain it. Whichever way you do it, you're still going to end up with your sauce, and it's going to be perfect. So like I said, this blender crushes everything, so there's barely any residue that I'm going to get. But because I used some ginger in there, I know definitely I'll have some threads of the ginger. And this strainer is also a very fine one. So this is pretty much all that there is left. Barely anything. I'm going to discard this, and then we'll have our sauce. So here we are. This is about approximately 2 cups of sauce. full of goodness. This is so good. I've set that aside and I'm going to just remove my tea bags at this point. My tea is very, very perfect at this point. It has seeped. I think I have a beautiful color and the strength that I need. I am going to just discard my tea bags and we are going to just put everything together. So I'm adding in here about 3 cups of ice cubes. Yeah, making a little bit of a mess, but we move on. And I'm going to pour in my sauce, all of it, about 2 cups like I said. Yes ma'am, yes sir, this is no light peach tea, okay? This is real peach iced tea, very, very peachy. And to think the peach is not enough, I have 1 peach sliced and I'm going to put the slices in here, stir everything up, and that is pretty much it. Our iced tea is done. Peach ginger iced tea, I should say. And of course, to serve it, I have some more ice because this is very concentrated, so you would want to serve it over lots of ice. And there we go. This so simple, so refreshing. I hope you are able to try it. I know you are going to love it. And depending on how sweet you want your drinks, you may want to add a little bit of whatever sweetener you are going to add. And that is pretty much it. How simple could it be? I really hope you are able to try this. And if you do, kindly send me a photo or a video on Instagram. It will be an honor to see your creations. It is always a joy to share with you. And until I come your way next time with something delicious, be loving, be kind, be happy.